to join us this Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. right here in Radio Keyman, 89.9 FM, and you also check us out on YouTube Live. And for Youth Flex, a program for all people, by young people. Youth Flex, more than talk.
Some cry, some smile, some fight every day.
Finally, they're replacing Tariq.
Cause it's the season we've been waiting for. The season of engagement.
And we all know who's hosting.
She been waiting far too long now.
Let's do this.
Hey, no matter how the dollar might stack up, me still not change me, I go stay up.
Here's our host, Mahindra Brown. Youth Flex is a call-in program. You can call us at 1-800-534-8255.
Okay, on a ready now? Here is Mahindra Brown.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Youth Flex Radio Show, the show for all people by young people. I'm your host, Mahindra, and welcome to Youth Flex Season of Engagement. Without further ado, let's make some change. Today, we'll be featuring the directors of the Proud of Them, as well as some of the Youth Services Unit to discuss the College Week.
Yeah. The word of the week is?
The word of the week is...
irascible.
ASCIBLE. It is an adjective that means quickly aroused to anger, having any irritable and unpleasant despite. So let's get started with our season of engagement. In the upcoming weeks, we will be playing one of our favorite Jermaine Edwards songs, and I would love and really appreciate to hear the audience's vote. So please call us and tell us your favorite song at 1-800-534-8255. That's 1-800-534-8255. Toll-free courtesy of Flow. Or you can join us YouTube Live. But before we chat with our guests, let's get started with our first music break. Here is Damian Marley, Living It Up.
My daddy made
DJ Rick, DJ Martino, and DJ Sugar Friday through Sunday. It's time. Feel the rhythm. Time to feel the vibes. It's time for Merengue Town.
CIFA, the Cayman Islands Football Association. My name is Alfredo Whitaker, president of CIFA, Cayman Island Football Association.
Our football, our game.
Rudy Thomas representing Tigers FC.
This is Ramon Seeley representing Boyantown.
Hey, this is Roberto Lopez representing Cayman Brat.
Mark Campbell, and I'm the Assistant General Secretary of Cayman Islands Football Association, CIFA.
Cayman Islands Football Association.
Building a better future for Cayman football.
CIFA, Cayman Island Football Association.
Go out and support the matches in your district.
Youth Flex, for all people, by young people.
Welcome back, my dear listeners. Our first guest is the directors of Proud of Them. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm James Miles, acting head of the Youth Services Unit and chairman of the Proud of Them Committee.
How about you?
My name is Teresa Applewhite. I'm from Cayman Academy.
So I have a question. When did Proud of Them started and who came up with it?
Well, the discussions for Proud of Them started in 2011, and during 2012, there was a lot of trying to get permissions and getting everything in order. It was quite a struggle that the Youth Commission had to go through, but it was kind of spearheaded by Mr. Francis from the ministry. And in 2013, it was rolled out, and the first set of billboards were up in 2013.
So what can the honorees expect at this year's banquet?
Well, I think they're in for a treat tomorrow night. It is the whole program has been elevated. It'll be at a hotel for the first time. It's a dine-in banquet for the first time. It could be a special evening. When we get them on the show, they can tell you how the experience was.
So how hard was the selection this year?
Well, we had 75 nominations. It took us a while, but we had a roster of judges in the selection panel, so we did it all day long during the day, and then night shift for those who had to work during the day. So we took 4 straight days to get them done.
So is there a specific way you narrow down the nominees?
Well, each judge has their own categories based on their the traits that we're looking for in each candidate, each nominee, and we score them 1 to 10, and then they just naturally tally up all the judges, and the top 12 finishers is the ones that be recognized.
I have a question. What was the most common struggle that you guys had choosing the honorees, like scoring them?
It wasn't because each judge scored their own way. I tend to score pretty high because I start from every child is perfect, and if they're not, then
yeah. And
others are score from 50. Let's see how much you are above average.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So every judge has their own scoring style, and that what kind of brings balance to the whole selection process.
How about you?
She wasn't proud of them. She's for college week.
Oh.
That's why you keep asking about proud.
So when will the billboards be going up?
Right after the awards banquet. The awards banquet is tomorrow night, so you can look for billboards going up. Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Are there any ways that you would like to see the Proud of Them organization expand?
Well, it's been elevated right now to the level that it is, and I want to thank the ministry for doing that, for seeing the potential in the program, having it that it can turn into a program, not rather than just a recognition campaign. It can become a program now where young people can engage and find ways of empowering themselves through their own participation. So that is something that we plan to do. It's some kind of sort of an alumni type thing where those that have been through it can come back and help inspire those that are to come through.
I have a question. Was there any story that particularly touched you and you were like, this child deserves it? Like, how, like, they need to hit the nail on the head?
Yeah, but 7 out of the 12 is that's how touching is. We were doing like some vignettes for it and stuff, and even just watching the vignettes, and and knowing their story. It can be a little tear-jerking at times. We plan on putting all these videos on our Facebook page and all the social media sites, so you can see for yourself. You'll hear a little bit of their story, and as we have them share their story in the media, you'll hear a little bit more each time.
So the banquet tomorrow, is it public?
No, it's by invitation only. We're telling you all about it because we just let you know. Right now the billboards are clean, white, and nice and pretty. Come the weekend, you should see who the 12 are.
All right, I'd like to thank you very much. Do you have any final comments or shout-outs?
No, because I can stick around for college because I'll give it later on.
Oh my, all right. So our next music break is by Jermaine Edwards, our favorite one for this week. Remember, people call us.
Only on you I can depend. No, it ain't easy. Seen so many rough days in my life. Accept defeat. Gotta get back on my feet, so I don't have to fight no battle, cause God fight it for me. I am a winner. Care for all your laugh when you see me on the ground. If it goes around, then it must comes around. You don't know who I am, so don't say a word if you don't understand. Yeah, gotta walk in confidence, even when I don't have a cent. Father God will never leave me, never forsake me till the very end. Thought my life was over, but I am an overcomer. 7 times fall, 7 times rise, but it's not over. So me not accept defeat, gotta get back on my feet, so I don't have to fight no battle, cause God fight it for me. I am a winner. You see the smile on my face, but you just don't know what's going on. The many hurt I feel, but I'm gonna make it through the storm. Lord, please, oh man. Sometimes I just don't know who to trust. Try to tear me down, but with God's strength I'ma overcome, yeah. Thought my life was over, but I am an overcomer. 7 times fall, 7 times rise, but it's not over. So me not accept defeat, gotta get back on my feet, so I don't have to fight no battle, cause God fight it for me. I am a winner. So every morning me wake up, I feel pray, Father, give me strength to make it through this time. Only on you I can depend. No, it ain't easy. Seen so many rough days in my life. Me not give up, no way. Gotta fulfill my purpose. My life was over, but I am an overcomer. 7 times fall, 7 times rise, but it's not over. So me not accept defeat, gotta get back on my feet, so I don't have to fight no battle, cause God fight it for me. I am a winner. Care for all your laugh when you see me on the ground. If it goes around, then it must comes around.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Can you imagine where Cayman runs off renewable energy? We can. Learn how you can join government and be an energy advocate.
Visit the Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure's Facebook page to learn more.
Youth Flex for all people by young people.
Welcome back, my dear listeners. We have from the Youth Services Unit staff our college week guest. Can you please introduce yourself again?
Not a problem. My name is Teresa Applewhite and I'm from Cayman Academy.
Same
Jamo. All right. So can you tell us a little bit about college week?
About what we want to do is we want to bring some of the colleges over from, well, international colleges as well as local ones, so that the students from the various schools in Cayman Islands can get exposure to what college life would be like without having to travel so far. Just kind of get a snippet of it, you know, but a little bit more than just asking questions in terms of what do you offer, what are your scholarships like. So it's hoping to be a little bit more interactive, but give you some information about some colleges.
So who inspired College Week?
Well, it came from Cayman Academy, and then Youth Services jumped on board to help us out.
When is College Week, and will it be an annual event?
That is the plan. We really want it to be annual. We're starting this year, January 20 to 23, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
So what are the groups that College Week are directed at, the schools?
Everybody, all the upper high schools. So we're thinking from 9 up to grade 11. So if you are getting into the mode of thinking, what am I going to do after high school, we want you to come through and see what it's about.
Do you have any dates or locations set?
Absolutely.
Yeah, on Monday, the College Week Fair would be at Cayman Academy. It's from 9 until midday. We have like 5 overseas colleges coming. 5 or 6 overseas colleges, and there's some local colleges as well, and a local training center. Youth Services will also have a booth there if you're interested in careers and youth development. But we will also be having small workshops in our booth to kind of prepare young people for college life. So we'll have some of our returning guests, our returning students that are staff at the unit, share their stories about how college life was for them, and kind of get you prepared for spending time away from mom and daddy, you know, and eating ramen noodles soup. What'll be fun.
So what is the expected outcome for College Week?
Well, we're hoping that students enjoy it, that they have a good time, and that they want to come next year. And apart from that they start to think realistically about what college could be like and prepare for it.
And to inspire those who are getting into the senior levels of high school and don't even know college might even be on their radar, that this might inspire them to say, well, you know, it's something beyond high school for me, and you know, get them tweaking their wheels from year 9 and year 10 to really take the final years of high school seriously, so they get a better chance at getting into great colleges. Start a network from now for year 9s and 10s is a great opportunity for them to build relationships over time. We plan to grow College Week. We plan on having it in October in the years in the future. So just as school starts back, we crank up College Week, and we can have a lot of young people engaged at that level. And if you start from year 9, you'll get to see them again year 10 and maybe in year 11. And over the time, we plan a mixer on a Thursday night at Grand Ole House, where parents can come and meet the recruiters and all the persons that are coming from these colleges. And you can start a rapport from now if your child is interested in what the schools have to offer.
So can you please share with us some of the colleges that will be coming?
Sure. There's New England Institute of Technology, the Northern Caribbean University, Ontario Technical University, St. George's University, the University of Law, and University of West Indies, Cayville.
That's a wide variety. That's a wide group.
Along with our local UCCI and ICCI and Cayman Training.
Inspire Cayman Training, yeah. We wanted to touch as many of the regions as possible that students would try to reach out to, so that they can get an idea of what it would be like.
Yeah. So I have a question for you.
Yes,
because you already have the answer for this question already.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
We are in our season of engagement. Can you tell me a couple of ways or a way how you are engaged in your community?
Well, coming from Cayman Academy, we are a Seventh-day Adventist school. I don't know if many people know that. So community outreach is important to us. So we try to encourage our students to get out there and to do things. This is project term for us. So part of the project sometimes would be fundraisings or sometimes going out to help persons. This term, what we're focusing on at our school is coming up with a community project where the students can go out and actually work with other young people in the community, kind of help them through some self-esteem stuff. So that's what we're looking at this term.
I like that. Do you have any final comments or shout-outs?
I just really want all of the high school students to come through and see what it's like. I want to hear from you what we can do next year to make it better. And any colleges that you're interested in that we can contact and just, engage with us. Let us know what you need so that we can provide them.
All right, so we're going to take our next music break. Nesbit, My Dream.
Let me start that one here. Like how Martin Luther King would have started. My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is to live my dream. Hear the most I in me sleep when me sleep. Tell you my goal, my goal, my goal. All of my goal is to reach my goal. Live a happy life, put it on me headstone. Nobody no fi cry over me dead. Look at me now, when them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me, my life was so lonely. Look at me now, look at me now, look at me now. Me a take plane like JUTC. When you see me, it's on TV. Shows after shows after shows after shows. Tours after tours after tours after tours. When me name call is like roars after roars. Sweet melody and chorus after chorus. Them lock a one door, me bust doors after doors after doors after doors after doors after doors. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me, my life was so lonely. Look at me now, look at me now, look at me now. The blessing just a flow over. This a copia and a cover. Judge a soldier, from boardhouse to sidewalk to live the sofa. Them say me living like the coast and no track, no sir. Me no mix up in a coca. Marijuana no dust to the nose, yeah. I no powder, not a obia. Can't get over. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me, my life was so lonely. Look at me now, look at me now, look at me now. Me and thank God for me blessing. No, me can afford to give back to some of the same people them we used to set things. All who used to set him. Now bust him, can't bust them. Same one I take bus. Come on stage trophy, call up them, but me still a call up them. Bust them, but me can't trust them. See them, but me not touch. No hate them, but me can't love them. From Trenchtown, our next star rise again. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me, my life was so lonely. Look at me now, look at me now, look at me now. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now, oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life, where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me, my life was so lonely. Look at me now, look at me now, look at me now.
I saw a selfie I posted when I was high. It's just an ugly side of myself that I didn't recognize. I was obviously saying and doing things that just weren't me. I respect myself now. That's why I decided not to do drugs.
This message is brought to you by the National Drug Council
and Radio Cayman.
Preventing dengue is as simple as preventing mosquito bites. Use a mosquito repellent, wear protective clothing, and stay indoors during early dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Control the places around you where mosquitoes breed. Remove stagnant water in outdoor and household settings. As a weekly habit, persons should change the water in vases, clear the water in saucers under potted plants, and ensure air conditioner drip trays are free of stagnant water. Outdoor objects capable of holding water should be kept empty and preferably disposed of or put into dry storage if not used. These include open bottles and tins, watering cans, buckets, empty paint tins, and old vehicle tires. Do your part to control the spread of dengue. The dengue virus is an infectious disease transmitted through mosquito bites. Symptoms may come on as early as 4 days or as late as 3 weeks following an infection. There is no vaccine or specific medication to treat dengue. Symptoms of dengue include high fever, headache, pain behind the eyes, joint and muscle pain, and rash. If persons have any of these symptoms, they should go to the nearest health center or hospital. It is advised to drink lots of liquids and avoid medication that contains aspirin.
Headlines. With the latest headlines. One of Cayman's bright and shining young stars.
Local, regional, international. Turning to international news. Updates on the hour between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. on weekdays. All the news when you want it. Tune in to Radio Cayman for hourly headlines of the day's top stories.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Youth Flex for all people by young people.
Welcome back, our dear listeners. So we still have the Youth Services Unit College Week guests. Would you like to add on anything else?
Yeah, there's a couple other things we want to let you know. First, let's break down the week for you. On Monday, January 20, as we said, we're going to be at Cayman Academy from 9 until 12. So what we're asking is that the schools near to Cayman Academy can come through at that time. On Tuesday, we're going to be...
And private schools as well.
Yes, definitely. We're not just looking at public. All high schools in Cayman Islands, you are invited. Please come through.
And since the private school numbers are smaller than the government school campuses, that is the day for them.
Mm-hmm.
We also will be bringing down students from Cayman Brac for that Monday, so they'll be part of the college fair at Cayman Academy. And then the government schools will have their own day.
Right. So on Tuesday, we're going to Clifton Hunter. So what we're saying is that even UCCI students, there's life after UCCI. So if you live in that vicinity and you want to head over to Clifton Hunter, you're welcome to. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be at South Sound Community Center. The hours are the same, 9 until 12, those 3 days. One of the things that I need to do is to make sure that this is for all students in Cayman Islands, because I know sometimes we have events and we can only really cater for our school or persons close to us, but we're saying if you're going to high school and you're thinking about college or you're unsure what you want to do after, please come through. Just choose the site that's close to you and come to College Week.
Okay. And with us having a venue on the Wednesday that is off school campuses, even if young adults in the community want to take advantage of the job fair, the college fair, and want to see what colleges have to offer, they can come then. It's quite different when you're on school campuses, but with us being at the South Sound Community Center, they're welcome to come that morning on Wednesday to see what is on offer as well.
And we're not saying that parents are restricted to Thursday evening. We just try to keep all of the populations in mind. So we wanted to have an evening event because some people can't, dip out during the day. But if you can make it to any of the 3 sites during the morning session, please come through. Don't limit yourself. It's open during those 4 days.
Do you have any schools coming that specialize in certain areas? For example, a school that specializes in accounts or law?
Right. There's the University of Law out of the UK. They specialize in law, but I'm pretty sure they offer other things. St. George's University is medical.
Yeah.
Cave Hill is law for UA. The technical schools offer any kind of vocational type stuff in engineering. Northern Caribbean is also kind of medical.
It's a bit more open. Northern Caribbean University. So what happens is that we didn't just want to focus on academic schools. We didn't want to say that you had to be limited to being lawyers and doctors. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's some people that are just good with their hands. They want to do something different, or they're creative, artistic types. So we want to kind of open it up to say if you're interested in life after high school, what could you possibly do? So we were looking at academic as well as technical schools. So that's why we try to kind of capture, a snippet of both.
Will you guys have anyone there explaining how life actually is when you leave home to go to university?
Yeah, I think you'll get that experience in the booth that's run by the Youth Services Unit. We have graduates that are employed in the unit that will be sharing their story and kind of getting young people prepared for any culture shocks and
What about the financial side of it?
They'll be talking about that too, and how challenging it is when you don't have the support of mom and daddy pocket. And bulk of your spending is on tuition.
Yeah, I think we do need to start to educate our young people a lot more about what to actually expect when they leave to go off to college, because they're so reliant on what they have at home that when they go off to college, it's such a complete different world, and not knowing what to expect can be it can send so much mental changes and physical changes and stuff like that. So I think we do need to educate our young people a lot more about what to expect, because they only get the education part about, okay, well, you're going into college, you're going to have to study hard, and you might have to get a job to be able to finance yourself, but they're not actually getting what's going to happen when you leave home. So I think that's going to be a good boot to look out for.
It is an important part of the experience, which is why we're saying we don't just want you to find out about the academic or the what they offer or the scholarship tuition side of things. We want you to get a sense of, or have you at least start thinking about, how can I prepare myself for college outside of high school?
Will there be anyone there to speak about scholarships being offered from those specific schools or other schools?
Yeah, the scholarship secretariat should be passing through some of the sessions.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be at all four. Sorry, they're gonna be at all four. So they're gonna be stationed there. They're gonna have a booth so you can go up and ask your questions about scholarships, etc.
Can you guys walk us through the process of arranging the college week and how difficult it was to communicate with the colleges to come down here?
Oh my.
that was all her.
Yeah, back and forth emails. It's interesting when you think about putting an event on and you see the final outcome of it. You don't really think about the background work that goes into it. But yeah, it did take a lot. I actually reached out to probably about 20 colleges before we narrowed down to what we have now. So yeah, it took a lot of back and forth emails of just kind of staying on top of it and helping them to understand what we expect, and then back and forth with youth services to make sure that we were on the same page. So yeah, it was a lot.
Can you tell us the details for the Thursday evening?
Well, Thursday evening, the mixer will be at Grand Ole House. It starts at 6 o'clock, so it's for 1 hour. Some ministry officials might be passing through, so they'll have some brief remarks. And then it's just a mixer where the recruits get to speak. You get to speak to them face to face. Your parents can get introduced to them. You can share whatever you've got from the college fair day, or you can generate new contacts at that time. Maybe when you went to the fair, you only got to speak to two, and at this event you can get to meet other ones that you might not have had the chance to, because of crowds maybe at the event that you're at. I think at your school at Clifton, it should probably be a lot smoother because it's just your school. So it could be organized that you get to get a feel for every booth, if time permits. I know it's still a large number of students, grade 9 to 11 at Clifton Hunter, but I'm hoping that all of them can get a feel of their college fair day.
What is one thing you guys want young people to walk away from with having been experienced college week?
That they ought to be thinking beyond high school. We want young people to start to prepare themselves for beyond high school. That it is now almost commonplace that at any entry level job they're now asking for some sort of degree, associates or higher. So that means you don't stop at graduating from high school. And if it wasn't on their radar at all, now it should be. And that they can start to choose subjects, focus and make a plan for their life. And all of that you can get from the sessions that will be offered. And that there's a lot of scholarship opportunities available for not only high academic achievement, but technical, vocational type stuff. If that is what you want to do, all that's available as well.
I also want to add that I'd like them to feel their passion, because sometimes we get stuck with trying to figure out what we want to do and we look at the careers that might look lucrative. But if you follow what you are passionate about, then you will find joy in what you're doing. So past high school, come and see what the colleges have to offer, see what you're passionate about, and if you can find something in that area for you.
Well, I look forward to reaching out to culinary institutions next time. Because I, as part of, and we're just having a school of hospitality at UCCI, it makes sense for us to start to bridge make these links with other institutions that can take the culinary degrees to a higher level, and that young people can be exposed to the hospitality industry at a higher level.
I was gonna ask that just now, but
they might be offered here. You come check them out.
I will of course come.
A lot of these technical institutes offer it. I know Ontario Tech does.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Come check it out.
I was gonna just add, like, I really would wish that my year that you guys started at a couple years back, because that would have really helped and shaped lots of us that graduated high school, because we would kind of have a mindset of, okay, when you stop joking around, now it's kind of time to like hit the books and so on and so forth. Like when we got to year 10, it was kind of like you have no choice. Whatever thing you pass, you using it, go. We kind of like pushed into it. So I really appreciate how you guys are kind of getting the year 9s into it, because no one really thinks about the year 9 to think that, oh, they're just young students, but they're the kind of like fresh meat.
No, but they have to choose subjects, and they have to start their selection on what kind of career they're going to study for, to get the right subjects to study for from year 10 go on. So it makes sense to target year 9s and have them thinking beyond high school, have them thinking and creating this network. I mean, what's so great about this event is that you can have the card for the head of admissions for the college that you want to attend.
That's really good. That's really,
I mean,
helpful.
And some of the colleges are actually going to be doing on-the-spot applications. Excuse me. So you can actually come to the college fair and apply same time. Just bring your documentation in. Yeah.
So what kind of documentation would you think some people would need to bring in?
Well, you have to make sure that you have your IDs and your birth certificates, your meds, your tax information, those kind of things, and your transcripts if you're from any of the other institutions. So make sure you have those things with you when you come to the fair.
Can you repeat the dates in case if anyone missed out on the dates?
All right. It starts next Monday at Cayman Academy from 9 until midday. And then on Tuesday, we go to Clifton Hunter from 9 until midday. And on Wednesday, we'll be at the South Sound Community Center from 9 until midday, where young people will be exposed to a network opportunity with great colleges from around the globe, along with our local tertiary institutions.
And we also have a taster, not really a taster, but a mixer, on Thursday. Right,
where we can engage parents, because the conversations might have to go beyond just the student and the recruiter, and so those conversations can be had at that time. And that will be at Grand Ole House from 6 until 7 on the Thursday.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Jamo. Thank you very much. We're going to pass it on to Chloe with the news.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our Sometime After 4 news is brought to you by the Youth Flex Radio Show. I am Chloe McClement. The Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports, Agriculture and Lands will be having their Proud of Them Awards banquet tomorrow, Thursday the 16th of January. Around 11 honorees will be announced at the banquet and billboards will follow. Be sure to look out for this year's honorees. The Youth Services Unit, in partnership with Cayman Academy and Home Gas, will be hosting their first ever college week. There will be recruiters visiting from a range of universities, including the UK, Grenada, Jamaica, Canada, Rhode Island, and our local colleges, and also the Scholarship Secretariat. If you are in Year 11 and would like to know what to expect when going off to university, please pop by. For students in Years 9 and 10 who are interested in going off to university in the future, College Week will be your chance to gain plenty of insight. Day 1 will commence at 9 a.m. until 12 on January 20th at Cayman Academy. Day 2, January 21st, will be held at Clifton Hunter, starting at 9 a.m. until 12. And Day 3 will be January 22nd at the South Sound Civic Center, also from 9 a.m. to 12. For students that are interested in attending one of the visiting universities, there will be a mixer evening at the Grand Ole House on Thursday, January 23rd, from 6 to 7. Students are encouraged to bring their parents along to get a bit more in-depth with recruiters. The National Youth Culinary Program, sponsored by the Ministry of Education, the Department of Tourism, Cayman First, Home Gas, the New Self-Help Community Foundation, and Cayman National Bank, continues with the District Cook-Off at 11 a.m. on Heroes Day, January 27th, for our youth from Georgetown. We would love to see everyone who can come out and support our young and upcoming chefs of Georgetown. If you are between the ages of 10 and 25 and you would like to participate, please contact Mrs. Georgianne Ranking at 917-6081. Once again, that is 917-6081 for more information. For Youth Flex, I'm Chloe with our youth achievement, with our news.
All right, so once again, do you guys have any final comments or shouts to give to the guests? Anything?
No, I think I want to thank Ms. Applewhite and the team at Cayman Academy for coming up with this great idea and for reaching out to us so that we can assist. I think the partnership with a private school and a government entity means bodes well for the nation. We'll be bringing a lot of the logistics behind the whole event. And this type of promotion in partnership with other agencies only strengthens the bonds between us as a people. If you're into nation building, it takes everybody in the nation to help build the nation. And this is just the start of it. It's early in the year. I know that a lot of young people might just be trying to shake off all our Christmas food and Christmas eating, but I think it's time for you to buckle up and look about your future. And if you don't have a plan for your life, this could be a way of inspiring it. That is one of the things that we really hope comes out of this college week, and that they would want it again, and then maybe we might have to try to put it on twice a year.
Yeah.
But don't do that to us, please. We'll do it in October next year, God's willing.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll make it bigger and better then, God's willing.
Yeah.
But for those colleges that come on board and rallied around Ms. Applewhite call, thank you very much. For Home Gas for helping us out with the transport, because we have to transport youth from the BRAC and the recruiters and make sure that everything runs smoothly. So if we can all get all that done in one sweep, and they came on board and helped us with that. So thank you very much, and Grand Ole House for accommodating us with the mixer. Thank you. And I think when we report on College Week in the next couple coming weeks, we should have a lot more inspired young people.
Can I just add a thank you to Youth Services Unit for saying yes and coming on board with this and seeing the value in something like this. So yeah, I add to his comments that we just really hope that this is something meaningful for our young people.
For our final music break, here is Richie Spice with Righteous Youth.
Righteous youth man out there, and we ain't giving up no way. There's a old barrage of righteous youth man in town, and we ain't going down. No, we never gonna stop, no way. When I tell you that the time is getting serious, just because trust you, man, in town. And we ain't going down. No, we never gonna stray. No way. When I tell you that the time is getting critical, I don't want you to worry, no, I never want you to fret. There is nothing going on real scientific. Only them few old Babylon trying to run things to a wreck.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future,
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance,
or protecting your family's household investment.
from our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise
at Cayman Insurance Center. Call today.
CIFA, the Cayman Football Association. My name is Alfredo Whitaker, president of CIFA, Cayman Island Football Association.
Our football, our game.
Brody Thomas representing Tigers FC.
This is Ramon Seeley representing Boyne Town.
Hey, this is Roberto Lopez representing Cayman Brat.
Mark Campbell, and I'm the Assistant General Secretary of Cayman Islands Football Association, CIFA.
Cayman Islands Football Association.
Building a better future for Cayman football.
CIFA, Cayman Island Football Association.
Go out and support the matches in your district.
This is Youth Flex, more than talk.
All right, welcome back, our dear listeners. So we're here with a roundtable with Mr. Jamo. He'll talk to us about Mr. Jermaine Edwards. Can you tell us a little bit about him or any events you have planning?
Yeah, well, we're planning on having Jermaine Edwards down in the Cayman Islands in concert for the Commonwealth weekend, which starts in Cayman Brac on March 6th and ends here in Grand Cayman on March 9th. March 9th is when we have the Commonwealth Youth Parliament. We're hoping that he can also visit the Parliament and have the gospel concert in the John Gray Gym that Monday night.
Wow.
So we'll start with a concert. It's like a talent variety concert. We'll be auditioning young people in Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac to open for the concert. It's like a variety show, so it don't always have to be gospel, but he's a gospel artist, and he'll be the headliner for both.
So I have a question. Do you have any dates for any of the listeners that want to audition or intrigued to audition?
Our first audition is January 30 in Cayman Brac. James Gary, who is the program officer in the unit, will be heading up all the auditions. So he'll be traveling to the Brac to do the auditions there. There'll probably be another one closer to the event for those who wants to, because we're trying to get as much talent on display as possible. During that time, we'll also be doing auditions in Grand Cayman for the Grand Cayman part. But we were hoping we could probably get one or two acts from Cayman Brac to come down for the Monday concert as well.
That's true. That sounds like a big plan.
If they're really, really good, they deserve a bigger audience than what Cayman Brac have to hold. So we should bring them down here, and they can open for Jermaine down here as well.
So they're going to open in the Brac and close in Cayman?
Yeah.
All right.
But that's around Brac Spring Weekend.
That's true.
So we'll open the Brac Spring Weekend with the concert, and then we have a slew of events planned for Brac Spring Weekend, including a kickball tournament, domino tournament, video game, scavenger hunt.
Which you winning this year?
Oh yeah.
Don't start with that. Exactly.
Every time I run up my mode, I get 2 foot showdown in it. Nope.
Oh my.
I can wait till we win first.
Exactly.
I can pull a ducks and pop in it. Nope.
That's true. Every time, every year, they're really good.
They cut my tail in dominoes. They cut my tail in everything. We better start practice.
You're right.
Because I'm pretty sure they practice every week.
Every week.
That's how good they was last year.
Yes.
So I take it and I don't want to share some scores.
We were closer last year.
We were close?
We were close.
I
Yeah,
never
they only beat us 16 to 11 or something like that. I think this is the closest we ever been.
In kickball?
Yeah, 19 to 11, yeah.
We were winning too, you know.
Well, it was 19 to 1 the first time. I said, we could take it easy on them because they might know the game.
And boy, they turned it up.
They
boy.
did you bad. They did
We
us
didn't get it.
bad.
We didn't get a chance to even get it. We lucky we get one.
Oh, gee.
I said no, sir.
I remember last year. It was really good. It was really good.
Josh Pereira, yeah.
Yes, he did well.
That probably how we get so much. We have to bring him up.
Yep.
and man,
him
the home run.
Yes.
We gotta reach out to him.
Yes, cause that was really. It's a really fun. It was really a fun event.
Well,
it really was.
this year, Home Gas want to sponsor the kickball tournament. So it could be a whole new level. We're looking at doing it on a Sunday afternoon because that's the only time Home Gas is closed. They open on Saturdays, so they can't come up on Saturdays. So some staff from Home Gas will come up on Sunday morning.
They be on our team, right?
They have their own team.
Oh,
we can try to have Home Gas.
Competition.
Yeah, and then we'll mix them in with some Brack youth, and
we take some too.
No,
yeah,
how about we just team up with the Brack and then make them win, and you just kill them.
Or you
slow.
just 3 teams. Or we can just make 3 teams.
I'm not teaming up with Brack. They cut my tail too often. Team up with them. No.
Then what I say team up with them for? We try and get the little.
No.
We try and get the little win.
No, we coming harder this year. That's what we're going to do.
Cayman National has always been a partner in Brack Spring Weekend. So I encourage a Cayman National team and a Home Gas team. And they can face off each other. And we take on Cayman Brack.
Why you make us taking on Cayman Brack? You know the hard one to
We
take
got
on?
this. We got this.
We got this. Alright, we have
You
that
going to come
spirit.
participate, Miss Lisa?
You gonna sit in the bleachers? She gonna cheer for us.
I was
Cheerleader
planning to
that
be the
one.
Exactly. Me
Or
and
me and her be the scorekeeper.
Yeah.
What you?
Nah, Jamo, you gotta kick
We
us
got
from
run
the
round.
home
I'll kick back. Can I run?
Oh gee.
I run
Well,
better.
you have to
Can't
start
take no chance.
training from now.
Yeah, my
because-
knees
No,
not.
what happened is,
My knees not working either.
a couple years ago, I tore my Achilles tendon. And the doctor says it's healed good. But I wouldn't take any chance running because it could pop again. I'm like, no, I take no chance running.
None at
Don't
all.
take no chance.
I can stand up and kick the ball.
But you
I'll
gotta
do that.
run.
Gotta run.
Somebody else
You
got
have
to
make
run
Josh
for me.
run fast, man. Make Josh run.
You can kick it.
No, what I can try to do, I could look for the fastest sprinter.
See Joshua there?
Somebody that do track.
Tari.
He can run for himself. I want somebody else to run for me.
Joshua.
I'll kick and they run.
You'll have get ducks. So just put a plate of food. Tie a plate of food in front of me. Duxie, I love you.
We come see you running on that food.
You stop halfway and eat.
A plate. No, you gotta have a plate. You have a plate to run down at each plate.
If what?
See this wait for you at first, yes?
Yes.
You see looks and start running. Clear the thing.
And I leave my friend Duxie.
Oh my man, time for credits.
Okay.
Oh gee.
Time to go already?
Yes, sadly.
Alright, you want final comments from me now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you all for having us. I told you it was gonna be fun. But we get started talking about the Youth Services Unit has a slew of special events. It starts tomorrow with Proud of Them. Next week it is College Week, and then in March we have Brack Spring Weekend. It should be an amazing 3 months. We'll keep you abreast of all of what we do. We have wonderful partnerships with not only Cayman Academy and Home Gas, but a lot of others as we do our projects. The ministry is spearheaded Proud of Them, and you will see the difference in the way they plan to elevate the program. And it'll start on Friday, God's willing, when you see the billboards go up. It should inspire young people to keep on doing what they do. It should inspire young people to pull up their bootstraps and find their purpose and get on purpose. For those that came close this round, you'll be considered next round. But what we plan to do is have an open nomination process through the website.
For the whole year.
Whole year, and the cutoff date would be in October. And that will give us enough time to do all the prepping and planning and stuff, and it doesn't have to go into Christmas too much. Because we had to do that this year, so I want to take this time to thank the selection committee and the team at Youth Services Unit for giving up their Christmas break. They had to work through it just to get this stuff ready for Proud, for coming off vacation early. It took a real rallying cry and a rally around that cry, and I want to thank them for it, and the ministry's communication team, who was always there as well, pushing to make sure that this happens on time. And tomorrow is the day.
Tomorrow is the day.
Now you can do it, Chris.
All right. Thanks for joining us on Youth Flex. I'm your host, Mohindra, with my co-hosts, Chloe and Alejandro.
Shout out to our guests, the Proud of Them boss, and the College Week organizers. Shout out to Radio Cayman for their work on sounding boards, Mr. Wilson Atra, DJ Lynn, and DJ Silver Fox. We see you. Shout out to RJ for the live YouTube feed.
And Louis Johnny too. He's learning. Yeah.
Also, special shout out to our Youth Flex crew, Jard on socials and community service, Marco, our musical director, Gabby, Daniel, and Chanel on the Youth Flex news desk, Angel, our promo director, and the 100+ Flex family all over the globe.
Thanks to CIFA for sponsoring the Super Jam, and to you, our listeners, for tuning in every Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. on Youth Flex 89.9 FM. Join us next Wednesday for Youth Flex Season of Engagement. Until next week, I'm Mohindra Brown, letting you know that one smile can go a long way. Do your part and change your day.
Welcome to Funky Tank Sheddon Road. More than just music. I see that you are very impressed with that television set right there.
Good stuff.
Funky Tanks.
Find it all at Funky Tanks.
Welcome to Funky Tanks Savannah. I see you're browsing with interest our musical instrument section. Any particular instruments put any spark on your interest?
That one, right there.
What are you looking for? Cayman? Amplifiers? TVs? Audio? Video decks? Car speakers? Phones? Stereos? Computers? Watches? Games and consoles? Sure bet you will find it all at Funky Tank.
2 locations to serve the Cayman Islands.
In Georgetown, 216 Sheddon Road. In Savannah, 42 Hurst Road, Savannah Plaza, across from Countryside.
The best in electronics and more.
Funky Tank.
In town, 949-0998. Or in Savannah, 943-0998.
Funky Tank. The very best in electronics and more.
Funky Tanks accept all major credit and debit cards for your convenience. They open late on weekends.